Greetings and salutations and welcome to another Inventor video. Today is part 3 of the toolbar. We're on 3D model and we're going to be working on from the hole all the way down to draft. So hole, fillet, chamfer, shell and draft. Hole pretty much does as it says on the tin. Great for putting holes in things. So if I just specify 100 by 100 and make it 25 thick. There's a box and then you can just start adding holes to it. You can literally just click around and add holes, or you can be a bit more precise and specify points, 'cause this is no more accurate, but if you want to specify points you can do, and holes will automatically detect any points you drop down, or you can just press the clear selections and you can then just select I want this and I want this. Then it comes down to the hole type, simple hole, a clearance hole which is essentially there for pilots, tapped and taper tapped. And obviously then you get the different types of seats, counterbore, like a raw cylinder, so if you got one of the hex type ones, like so you can fit it flush. Obviously then you got ones where they're more flat, so if you've got like a dome shaped one you want it to be more flat, and then you got a countersink, so if you've got screws. Down in the size category we've got termination, where you can decide whether the distance it goes through, whether it just goes through the way, or you can just select the surface. So if I just select the bottom of it, there you go, through the bottom, easy peasy. And then you can just select whether you actually got a flat drill point or an angled drill point. Then actually going down to specifying, the bottom thing you'll see is the diameter, which is set to 3. The angle is to do with the counter, so I've set to countersink. So if I say 45 degrees, and let's just say I want relatively wide, so 6, and that's pretty much it. You can obviously go into iMate, hole tables, etc, etc. You can pattern it, as with pretty much all features. Click OK. The next thing is onto fillets. Fillets just round off edges and more transitions between two faces. You literally just select the edge and it applies a fillet. There are 2 types. You got, well, 3 types actually. Tangent, also known as G1, smooth, G2, and inverted. Well, they can come to a separate video if people want to know, but it's just how smooth it is transitioned. You can look at zebra analysis and it's to naked eye you can barely tell, but in some more sensitive applications it can. Then obviously you can move into face fillet and a full round fillet, which is just fully rounds off. Just select the side and it fully rounds off and you can click apply. Job done. Then obviously if you click on chamfer, this is adds a 45 degree edge, just takes off, not as round as the fillets, but very similar, just a flat edge rather than a round edge. And you can specify whether it's distance, angle, 2 distances because you want to specify angle specifically, but do what you please with it. Shell, that's like hollowing it out like a chocolate egg you'd have at Easter. It automatically does it if there's only one body in there, but if you select face then it will remove that face. You can actually look into it. And let's just specify thickness of 3, and then the walls are all 3mm thick. There you go. And last but not least is draft. So if I just go on to a cube I have prepared here, draft pretty much, you select the edge, you select a side, and what it will do is it brings it out almost like kind of opening and drawing out like a book. You can then specify the angle, so if I say 45, and then you can actually flip it so it actually kind of comes in on itself, which is strange, or more just so it comes out, so you get triangles. You can draw edges out, so if you want like more trapezoidal features you can do that. So if I just select draft again on this cube, you can pretty much do the same. Try and set the right edges, which of course, no my luck, I didn't. Draft. Oh, I can't set the right edge. By the way, you can end up with a trapezoid feature. And I think actually we'll throw in one more. We'll throw in a thread. Thread's pretty much the only ever use you kind of need to have them is you do need to have a cylinder. So let's just make a cylinder up. Let's make it 10 mil. And I'm going to make it, oh I don't know, 50 mils. Now a thread applies a thread texture. It is not a 3D thing. They've wrapped essentially a picture around it like you'd wrap a present. But then you can choose the specs. So you can go ANSI, ISO, NPT, DIN. So if I was to choose an ISO metric profile, you can just choose the diameter and actually the pitch between each. So let's just say I choose M10 times 1, M10 by 1.5. Click apply, and there you go. Now, if you want to do it, which I will just add in for this video, you go to what's called the Cool Orange Thread Modeler, which you can then download, and you just select the thread, click OK, and it will automatically do it for you. And that's an actual thing, and it is dead cool. Bear in mind you'll rarely need to ever do this because most of the time showing a thread is good enough. But overall, that's it for this video. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.